This is the audience. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Does it show my knees up?
Yep.
All
You're
right.
good.
I would like to share a time or an event that made me a stronger person overall. As a competitor, I was extremely scared of losing. And no matter what competition that I was a part of, whether it was boxing, wrestling, or jiu-jitsu, I absolutely hated competing. It was not something that I enjoyed, but it was something that I was regularly pressured to do. And on this day in particular, at about 6 a.m., I woke up real early. I'm getting ready for the Lions Den tournament for the 132-pound weight class. Weighed in about 128 pounds that day. I was typically always a little bit lighter for my weight classes that I wrestled in. I got there about 7 a.m. and then everybody started wrestling about 9 a.m. But when I got there, I noticed I was feeling really weird. I started having cramps in my stomach. I started having like vomiting, diarrhea, cold chills. So I started to get sick. And I kept thinking to myself, oh, I should probably call my dad. I should probably, get out of the situation. But instead, I decided, nah, I was way too scared to do that. So 9 a.m. rolled around, I started wrestling. First match, I won by pin. I just ran directly to the bathroom. And I had one of my friends who knew I was sick. He would come anytime I heard my name on the mats. He would come into the bathroom, come get me. He'd say, "Hey, you're at this mat," and I would go wrestle. The second, third, and fourth matches all ended the same. I won by pin. But the fifth match went all the way through the third period. I was exhausted. I almost lost. I almost got pinned, but I ended up winning by points. And then I remember at that point, I had started feeling extremely sick. I had a severe stomach cramps. It felt like I literally could not continue. My coach told me, he was like, "It's only if you want to do this. You can keep going." And so I decided to just push myself, and I went to the finals match. And before this, I had never lost or anything like that. In the finals match, I went to the first period. I almost pinned my opponent, but I ended up not doing that. The second period started, and the match was evenly scored. So then I remember in the third period, we had to go into overtime, and I ended up losing the match. I tried to do a Russian tie trip, tried to be sneaky, and then fell and cost me the match. But overall, I'm glad that I had continued even though I was sick, because if it made me a stronger person overall. And what I was scared of most of all was losing. And then when I finally lost, I looked at myself and I was like, well, I'm still alive. Like, nothing bad happened. So after that loss, after that, I started to enjoy competing. It wasn't such a big deal to me anymore. And yeah, that's good.